because in most occasions when we're buying Ultimate, Mega, Super Deluxe editions and all the extra bells and whistles, it's just that. Extra bells.
Let's go ahead and be a little bit more realistic here. The reason why people used to buy these old editions is because they came with like an art book. They came with a bunch of other really cool stuff. Like this bullshit that we're having now, where like, oh, you need to buy a deluxe edition. Bro, the reason to buy a deluxe edition died whenever you're not buying a box. You're buying a deluxe edition to get like, I can't, it's out of reach. But the Melania statue from the Elden Ring Deluxe Edition. You're buying it to get like these little cool things, like actual things that are like deluxe merchandise that are added with the game. There's no reason that a digital fucking download should have a deluxe edition. It's the dumbest fucking thing. Like how is it? I can't. How are people? Like they're just and they're buying it. They're buying it. I'm getting mad. You're getting mad. We're all mad, and it doesn't matter. Deluxe, dude, bro, digital deluxe edition. Like, what do you get? An extra JPEG? Like, digital deluxe edition. Like what? What the fuck?
And whistles, it's mostly optional content, though I guess from the eyes of Sega, playing their game is also optional at this point.
Yeah, true.
But the thing is that
always
when we're
has
looking at
been.
something like New Game Plus, this is often seen as a core mechanic because many games, including the Yakuza games, have used it to be able to deliver.
Yeah, many games used to also have armor for horses that was earnable in game too.
Alternative stories, different endings, or just completely different modes of game to play. You can play a game like Nier
Those were the
Automata.
days.
Yeah, you can play a single playthrough. However, that's really only 1/3 or 1/4 of the entire experience. Armored Core 6 is another really good example of this. Playing the game through one time isn't the full experience. There's all kinds of different endings, more story to be told, more experiences to be had, more game to play. And a lot of these things...
Which, to be fair, this isn't happening with Armored Core 6. But if it starts happening with one game, I think it'll start happening with a lot of games.
Designed specifically for the base game experience, for the main narrative experience. So by paywalling these kind of things, you're actually actively hurting the end product as a result. You're destroying the narrative that your writers have been working so hard to make in the first place. You're actively making your product worse. And
it's like if you buy the base edition of the game, it's cuck behavior. And if you buy the deluxe edition of the game, it's also cuck behavior. It's like I couldn't buy this game and not think that like somebody was getting me. Like, because if I buy the deluxe edition, well, like the only way I could buy the game and not feel stupid is if I bought the most expensive one because I know that I'm stupid. Like, that's the only way I can, like, imagine in my mind that I wouldn't feel like an absolute fucking idiot.
So, cutting off potential consumers that would have bought more things in the future.
Yep. Pirate it?
How stupid are you? Now, in the last part of Molly Taylor's article, she brings up how, of course, there is a chance that this could be some rather confusing wording on Sega's part.
It seems like
considering one eagle-eye Redditor noticed this situation about a month ago and got in touch to be told, yep, this is legit, I'm not too confident.
Bro, I thought this game was going to be a lot different than fighting a fucking lobster in a fucking parking lot. Like, I had a totally different perspective on what Yakuza was.
I've asked Sega for clarification about the situation, and I'll update this article if I hear
I really didn't know
That
this.
was 4 days ago, and she still hasn't updated the article. I went and checked the initial Reddit thread, and sure enough, there was a user over on the Yakuza games.
Y'all remember whenever McDonald's did this with the barbecue sauce? Back in the 90s, you got them for free, and then they started charging for them, and you know what fucking happened? Now everything's fucking more money. Now everything costs more money. You've got McFlurry and it's $8. They charge now?
Yeah,
they
official Reddit that had asked Sega support specifically about whether or not the New Game Plus was held in the Master Vacation Pack, and sure enough, they responded saying, I have checked back and can confirm the New Game Plus function is indeed only available with the Master Vacation Pack. We hope this information is of use. Best regards. Oh, sweet summer child. I admit that we're hoping that this is just a nightmare. A silly little mistake, but however, this is something that's a part of their major promotional material, and it's also on the official website for the game as well, so I have a hard time believing otherwise. And this isn't the first time that we've seen a company try to do something like this in the past. Maybe it wasn't New Game Plus, but back in the day, we saw Destiny with the Curse of Osiris DLC, where we had access to strikes and raids and dungeons. However, the minute that DLC came out, they locked all of that behind a paywall, and we could no longer interact with content. We already...
Bingo fuel. Bingo fuel.
Like, how do you play this game? It's like, you remember what Belluer said about, like, WoW is like a game with, like, a dick in the salad, and you just want to get the dick out of the salad? This is a salad of dicks. How do people keep eating? How? Like, I don't understand this. This is crazy.
He had access to before then. So this isn't the first time that a company is going to attempt something like this, and this isn't the last time that a company is going to try to do something like this either.
Oh, I know that.
Time and time again. They just wait for the first company to make the first mistake. But
to break the ice.
In their eyes, they're just waiting for the first guy to step on the hot coals, and then they use him as a bridge to walk right over him while they're getting burned, and they just steal all of our money. When I purchase a full...
Why are we told to not expect games like Baldur's Gate, but we should expect games like this where we need to buy New Game Plus? You want to know why? It's because you keep buying them. Not you, but the collective you. If people actually just stopped buying them, these people would be out on their ass and out of a job. Like, I don't know how to communicate and break through to the average gamer and get people to see how this is a problem. Because if you can't do that, and I don't think I can, like, to be honest with you, I don't think that there's a happy ending to this. But that's what you have to do if you hope to solve this.
Priced game, I expect to receive a complete experience, including all of the core gameplay mechanics. However, if these features are locked behind additional payments, is my initial purchase complete? No, it's not. We've already been fed lines by studios in the past claiming that the purpose of microtransactions and these larger editions of games are just there to further the ongoing development of a game, to give us more content, or just to add a couple extra bells and whistles. However, this is what we...
I don't think anybody cares about that. That's not a problem at all. Like, I don't think anybody, like, whenever you're talking about a game that's being continuously developed,